my troopers popping in this bitch, popping in this bitch. Me and my troopers popping in this bitch, popping in this bitch. Me and my troopers.
Ooh, hi, hello there. I know it's been a while since you've seen my beautiful face. Some stuff happened that don't want to get into, but the point is, I know I've been away for a little while, but I'm here now. So, with a new pair of glasses, and a haircut, your boy's crispy, your boy's looking sexy. So, with that being said, hi, my name is Mr. J3T, aka Big Sexy, aka the Kentucky Cannon, aka the World Class Badass, aka Chocolate Thunder with Caramel Swirl, aka Black Lightning with the peanut butter filling, aka Big Daddy Long. Ooh, yeah. aka what should I... Ooh, DJ Big Head, yeah. Because I'm a DJ by association, if any of you forgot. What shall I be called today? The Houdini of Sexy. Yeah, I haven't been called that in a while. The Houdini of Sexy. I like it. So, today, we are talking about the Batman. No, not the Robert Pattinson Batman. Not the sparkly vampire Batman that's coming out in next year, I believe. No, I'm talking about the Batman animated series from 2004 specifically. So, the Batman, the animated series, is about, who else? Batman. And we follow his adventures as, I believe this takes place during his sort of early years as Batman, because Bruce Wayne, because if you didn't know, Bruce Wayne is Batman. Oh, I know, shocking, I know. But this seems to take place during Bruce Wayne's early years as Batman, and we're seeing some of Batman's recognizable rogues gallery from if in the first few episodes we get introduced to Joker. In the first episode we get introduced excuse me, we get introduced to Penguin in, like, I believe the second or third episode. We just slowly get introduced to his rogues gallery and basically the villains that we're gonna see in every episode, because this is one of those shows where, like, sometimes there's like a plot that carries over into the next episode, but for the most part it's like a villain of the week type show. Each week we see either a new villain or an old established villain come back for round two. It's a villain of the week format, with sometimes there will be a little episode that sort of bleeds in to next week, two-parter episodes. There's one episode, two-parter episode specifically that I want to talk about. But yes, the animation. Now, keep in mind this show was animated during 2004. This was during the 2000s, and looking at it now through my 2021 glasses, it's pretty good. It still holds up in my opinion. I didn't really see that many mistakes, although I have seen like a few mistakes, but you know, obviously it isn't like the animation isn't as good as like the type of animation that we have now, but it still holds up. Everything still looks crispy, everything still looks good, the fight scenes still look good, everything still looks good. The characters, now all these are already established, but I like that this show sort of took its own iteration did its own iteration of classic characters like the Joker. Uh, the Joker, he kind of this Joker looks different. I don't know. He kind of moves like a monkey, kind of. There are points where like he just jumps real high and like at one point, some points he crawls on all floors. Uh, the thing I can describe it as is like have you, for any of you that's ever seen like Journey to the West, and there's this monkey character, uh, I believe Son Goku, yeah. There's this monkey character in the Journey to the West, and basically like this monkey is like an OP god essentially, but Journey to the West is a video for another time. But this Joker, I kind of get some Son Goku Journey to the West vibes from this Joker, if that made any sense at all. If that made sense. The point is, I like that this show did its own take on villains. In fact, I would say like the villains are by far the best part of this show, because all the villains have so much character, have so much personality, and their designs. Each villain looks different from one another. It's cool to see. I believe, not I believe. I think if I had to choose my favorite villain from this particular show, I think it would have to be Clayface, because Clayface has like the most compelling story throughout this whole show, because at first Clayface starts off as like a Bennett, a cop. He's a cop who is on the trail of Batman, right? But he but he's like, Batman's here. He's saving us. He's saving us. I don't want to take him in. He's helping us. He's on Batman's side, but his police chief is like, nope, all of them are bad. So eventually, it culminates in Bennett getting captured by the Joker, getting kidnapped by the Joker, and Joker has this little this little gun called Joker Putty, and which basically like turns stuff that Joker sprays with it into rubber. So some of that Joker Putty gets on Bennett, and at first he's fine, but when he gets to his house, he slowly starts to turn into Clayface. So he gets a little crazy and eventually becomes a villain. So I enjoyed his story the most. So I guess I can kind of take back the whole it's still like a villain of the week, but you remember when I said how it would have storylines that go for multiple episodes? This was like a multiple episode storyline. Like a good chunk of the first season showcases Bennett, and we get to know Bennett as a character first, and we sympathize with him as he slowly starts to turn into Clayface, and you can sort of sympathize with him because like this dude was been done dirty. This dude was done dirty by his police chief, and he's been done dirty by Joker. And you understand why he's angry and he will want to get revenge, and Batman's in his way of getting his revenge. So you understand where he's coming from, and eventually I kind of felt sad that he turned into Clayface, because Bennett was one of my favorite characters. In fact, like, he still is my favorite. Not to mention the fact that Bennett, he was a black man in this show, and when I saw that he turned into Clayface, I was like, damn. Of course, you turn the only brother in this show into a monster. Of course, they would do that, but to be fair, in their defense, he does learn how to shapeshift back into his normal form, so he's still there. But then again, you gotta turn the only brother in this show into a huge goopy monster. Did you really have to turn the only brother in this show? Really? Yeah. But I digress. I liked his story a lot, and I can't wait to see more of him, because I'm still on the first season. I believe I'm on episode 34, I believe. And one of the things that I also liked was Batman's and Catwoman's dynamic, because Batman and Catwoman always had a great dynamic. Of course, in this version, it's for kids, so it's more dumbed down. But I still like their banter with each other, and it's cool to see when they work together to take down a common enemy. And the moments that I personally like are when Catwoman has something that she wants to steal, and Batman just looks at her, just like, really? And Catwoman's like, come on, please, just this one time. And Batman's like, bitch, give it here. Like, fine. And Catwoman just gives it to him. But in his defense, Catwoman, he does let you go. So you gotta, that's gotta be worth something, right? But I like their dynamic too. Speaking of Batman, I like this iteration of Batman a lot, because when he's Bruce Wayne, just regular old Bruce Wayne, he's not all doom and gloom, basically. He isn't just my parents died, oh, I'm sad, but he's not a little emo kid, right? All the time, he actually smiles, he actually cracks jokes with Alfred, and like, it's cool to see an iteration of Bruce Wayne Batman that isn't just a huge stick in the mud, that isn't just a huge emo kid 24/7. He actually has emotions besides just brooding. It's cool to see him actually smiling and enjoying himself and making jokes. Of course, not as Batman, though, because Batman, he's serious mode. But it was cool to see Batman show a wider range of emotions besides brooding, emo. Yeah. So, that was cool to see. The fight scenes. I like the fight scenes a lot in this. There's one fight scene where, with Batman and the Penguin, that I liked the most. Yeah, the Penguin. Because in this episode, the Penguin's a badass in this show. The Penguin in this show can actually go toe-to-toe with Batman. And in some cases, the Penguin actually wins a fight against Batman. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where's this Penguin? I want this Penguin and all the other iterations of Penguin, because this Penguin's a badass. This Penguin, I love this Penguin. There's another fight between Batman, the Joker, and Penguin that was just, immaculate. So yeah, the Penguin is a real badass in this show, and I want to see more of this badass fighting Penguin in future iterations of this character, because this Penguin is so badass, so cool, and in my opinion, he has like some of the best humor in this show. He has a great sense of humor, some of the best lines in the show, and Yeah, it was just cool. I kind of got caught off guard when I saw that Penguin is actually fighting Batman and giving is more than a match for Batman. I was like, what is going on here? The Penguin, that short guy? Ooh, wow, crazy. But all in all, I really like this show. Uh, I remember as a kid, I watched it a little bit, but I I wasn't really that into it. But now I really like it. I really like it so far. Now, is it the best Batman cartoon? No, definitely not. The original animated Batman the Animated Series, in my opinion, is like the best animated Batman thing out there. But this is still a really good uh, Batman cartoon in its own right. It has good animation, like some great characters, some great designs too. Like the designs in this show are great. The design for the characters in this show are great. The dynamics were cool. I like Bruce Wayne and Alfred. They have cool banter. I also like how there's a character named Yin, and how she starts off as like a anti-Batman. She wants to arrest Batman and all that. She thinks she's a menace. She thinks that Batman is a menace. Excuse me. But over the show, she slowly starts to see that, you know what, maybe Batman is needed in this city, because if Batman was gone, we'd all be kind of screwed. So yeah, she slowly comes around, and they eventually have a working partner relationship. So that was cool to see. A person that she originally wanted to arrest is she's now working with that person. So it was cool to see her slowly start to come around towards Batman. Yes, all in all, it's a really solid show. I give it 2 thumbs up, but no J3T stamp of approval. It's a solid show all around. I like it so far. Oh yeah, there's one thing that I forgot to mention. The design for the Batmobile is so cool. I believe I had a toy of the Batmobile from this show specifically as a kid, and I remember loving the design for the Batmobile in this show, and seeing it again as an adult, it's still pretty cool. So just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, solid show, 2 thumbs up. It's on HBO Max right now, so go watch it if you have HBO Max. But yeah, that's about it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But if you really like me, consider subscribing and ring that bell so you always know whenever I upload, because it's free. I don't know why you would refuse something that's free. Come on, use your brain. Don't be a dum-dum. Deuces.